My name is Damon, and I want to share my testimony with you of what Jesus Christ means in my life. As a young man, I was raised in the church, had a great grandfather who taught me about Jesus. I was under my grandfather's wing and grew to love God early. Was bold in my faith, didn't mind sharing with my friends about Jesus, was even a Sunday school teacher. But around the time of 16 and 17 in my life, I began to have this thought in my heart that when I moved away from home, I wasn't going to follow God. I was going to actually be free. I was going to be my own man. I was going to do whatever I wanted to do. I totally walked away from God and I began to do things on my own, fell into all kinds of sins, all kinds of snares, all kinds of trouble. But in my mind and my heart, I was just living the life. I was just having this incredible experience. I was doing what I wanted. I was traveling and all these things that I thought were real senses of freedom. Then one day, I was living in Southern California and I was driving down the 134 freeway and a car slammed right into the back of me and I slammed right into the front of another car. And I literally felt a hand, 5 fingers in a palm, come across my chest. And for the first time in over 7 years, I said the word, "Thank you, Jesus." That was the beginning of God's intentional pursuit in my life that He was going to bring me back to Himself. So about 3 or 4 months later, I was just at work one day and I just couldn't stand it. So I went across the street, I went to a Catholic church because it was the closest thing that I could find. I got on my knees at the altar and just began to cry and just asked God if He would take me back, and I believe that He did. Now, that's part one of my testimony. This was 16 years ago. I wish I could tell you that my life has been perfect ever since then, that Jesus set me up and I've just been smooth sailing ever since, but that's not true. In my life, I have struggled with the whole idea of managing my life, managing my sins, managing my struggles, and trying to do those things in my own strength. But I'm glad for Ephesians 4:7-10, which talks about Jesus Christ Himself descending into the lower parts and leading captivity captive. Jesus Christ then ascending. And so I know that Jesus Christ has done that, and He has given us gifts, and the gift of forgiveness and the gift of healing and the gift of joy so that we can have victory in our lives.